No. No!
Man, oh man, the Snyder cult just keep on losing. I feel bad for them. No, I don't. So, according to a new report, CNBC's David Faber says Paramount is in pole position to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery in an all-cash bid. So it does seem that Paramount or Universal, they're still in the running, but it does seem more and more likely that Paramount will win the bid for Warner Brothers, which is interesting because David Zaslav, for those in the Snyder cult hoping that Paramount buys Warner Brothers, which means that David Zaslav will be removed and therefore James Gunn is gone. Well, it turns out, that's not the case.
What I'm about to tell you sounds crazy. It's true. And you have to listen to me.
So David Zaslav will stay CEO till 2030 if Warner Brothers Discovery sells to any company rather than splitting in two. According to the filing, if the company enters into a new deal with any of the three companies interested before December 31st, 2026, and the split hasn't happened, Zaslav's term as CEO will continue at least to 2030 instead of ending in 2027 as it would if the split were to happen. The document submitted states via Variety, which means that David Zaslav will continue to be in charge of Warner Brothers, and therefore James Gunn and Peter Safran will continue to run DC Studios as they see fit, as long as the films and the TV shows and whatever endeavor James Gunn and Peter Safran are doing with DC continues to be successful. Oh, poor Snyder cultists. They really thought Zack Snyder was going to come back because there was a report, again, another report that turned out to be false. There was going around that David Allison, who is part of Paramount, said that he was prepping $71 billion along with the Saudis to gain Warner Brothers Discovery. And therefore, the Snyder cult thought, well, the Saudis are involved and they love Zack Snyder. So therefore, Zack Snyder will continue with the Snyderverse and we won and James Gunn lost. Well, once again, that story turned out to be utter and complete nonsense.
Pack your things. Get out of my building.
No matter how many posts Zack Snyder does to cultivate his inbred fan base, no matter how many posts Entertainment Jizz likes to glaze over Zack Snyder saying, see, it's coming, restore the Snyderverse. These people are morons. And again, you are just falling for the bait that Zack Snyder does with his fan base. And like I said, I think it's cruel. And I think it's kind of mean-spirited that Zack Snyder does this to his fan base and just gaslights them and gives them false hope just to, try to, sneakily attack James Gunn and just tries to undermine everything that, James Gunn and his fan base tries to do. Keep in mind, James Gunn, all he does is nothing but praise Zack Snyder. And he doesn't even talk about Zack Snyder. If he does, he talks about him in a very positive light, as opposed to Zack Snyder, who just continues to, like posts saying that Man of Steel was more profitable than Superman, which it wasn't, saying that, Henry Cavill is my Superman, which he's not anymore. Ben Affleck is my Batman, not anymore. And it's just, I don't know, for the people that like Zack Snyder, even those people are like, dude, like, Zack, like, what are you doing? Like, this is weird. Like, stop doing that. Like we're trying to defend you, but you're just, it's becoming, like I said before, it's like that bitter ex-girlfriend who can't move on because she found someone better and someone more successful. and he can't move on from the Snyderverse. Like, much like Zack Snyder is turning into his cult fan base, which they can't move on. And again, not our problem, because we're enjoying the DCU so far. So it's a lose-lose for Zack Snyder and his fan base, unfortunately. But what can you do? Like, all they can do, because if Zack Snyder, like, if you want to work with DC again, then you need to stop this nonsense, get on your knees, open your mouth, and suck on James Gunn's big fat 10-inch wiener. Because that's the only way you're going to work on another DCU project in your lifetime. So that's going to be it. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Discord. Share the video, like the video. It helps immensely. Follow me on Threads. That's where I now reside, because Twitter is not really letting me post anything. I don't know if I'm shadow banned or what, but whatever. Mostly on Threads, mostly on Instagram. And just for those of you who are worried, put those worries at ease. James Gunn, Peter Safran, not going anywhere. Snyderverse, still dead and will never be resurrected. And David Zaslav, whatever happens, will remain CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery. And by the way, David Zaslav, he's the one who hired James Gunn and Peter Safran to take over DC and loves what they're doing so far. So they're not going anywhere. Love you all. Stay safe. Truth out.
And the Zack Snyder fans are weirdos. I'm